Hey guys, I know it's dark in this room, and I know it's during the daylight and whatnot, but I'm gonna try and just adjust my light like so, if you can possibly see me. Um, I think you guys can see me. I'm not entirely certain, but if you can, sorry for the lack of light in here. It's daylight, and I don't know. I don't get. I don't get. I don't get good lighting back here. But suffice to say, I just got in from my day out. I do feel better for actually doing that because I don't give myself enough time to myself. Especially when I go out, whenever I happen to go out. Well, I always have to do some errand in which I cannot be left alone without, just for the sake of, I need to do this just so it makes what I do worth something. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I just got the call from the hospital not too long ago, and they said they were going to do the procedure tomorrow. Now, as I said, my mom is actually doing the best she can do. However, if it's for the best that it can make her take in food and help her to function more correctly, then I say it's worth the time and the effort in doing so. I have been dealing with a lot of shit, and most of you already know if you heard my Tenkai House update that I have been going through a lot of shit. Mainly just some pointless eternal strife, and for what it is worth, it's not really worth anything. It really isn't. And for what is and for what I'm dealing with, you know, I'm saying is this. I ain't got time for no bullshit. Seriously. And for what it's worth, I really don't. I got time to work. I got time to socialize. And making time for family. That is the time I can spare because it is important to me. However, I don't have time for no bullshit. And safe to say, it's really just not worth it. For everything that has been going on, a little thing can affect one person, and that one person can affect many other people. The person in question is my mother, who has basically been there throughout all the challenges and my triumphs in life, and therefore, that's something you can't really just say, I don't have time for it. For someone like her, I make most of that time count. And whatever I have to do, I could put it on hold and just say, you know what? I'm going to be here for this day. And if I'm tired, then I have a right to be tired. Because I mean, basically, I've been ripping and running, going through the hospital and back. I've been giving her pep talks every so often, so therefore, it does help because it gives her strength. It gives her some leniency of hope. Something that just tells her that it really is going to be alright. because I feel that, excuse me, I feel that we've said our prayers, we've we said all we needed to say in our prayers collectively and individually, and all we can do now is just keep praying for nothing but success, because that's what's important. That success, that safety factor. We want her safe, and we would like her to be at home, and we would also like to know what we got to do to help with her eating habits. And I don't mind if I'm being part of the preparation department. That's fine. We can prep dishes, we can puree, we can make them simpler for her to, you know, take them down, take it down in her system. So as long as she can take it as best she can, excuse me, as best she can, I think it is for the best that she come through. So, for what it's worth, though, I feel she's going to be okay. I really do. I really think she's going to be okay. And for what it's worth, once she's okay and once we figure out what we're going to do after she has gone through the recovery, because the recovery is going to take a while. And regardless, because the way I am is I like to think about now, not what's going to happen in 5 years and 10 years and whatnot. I'd like to not think about that. That's how I am. And suffice to say, I'd like to be doing something within the next 5, 10 years. I'd like to be successful for one, just so I have something to pass on. Because, let's face it, I like to pass on something to the next generation, other than what I've seen already that's been passed on, and they've been basically a waste of piss and shit, well, rather piss, cum, and shit, but either way, the generation we see now is basically that, just a waste of cum, piss, and shit. So I'd like to not have a generation that is wasted, but a generation that can actually make it greater than what I'm already working with and working towards. Because it is what it is. The situation is not dire, thank God. And for what it is worth, if anything, it's for the success and the recovery of one person that means a whole lot to one household than that of, say, a self-elitist or a self-entitled celebrity. But she's just one person, and she's been basically the core of this household. So we've been basically doing our best to protect said core of the household. So, for what it is worth, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they want us there for moral support. So we'll see. We'll see. But in any case, after all this, I think what I'm going to do next time is just go out to the convention center and actually go and give myself more time to myself. Because I didn't really give myself time. I just basically went to IHOP, sat down, ate something, made a checklist, but I didn't really do much of anything else. So probably next time, whenever that is, maybe next weekend, I plan to just go out and do the same thing I did, but this time actually give myself some downtime. You know, work on a little something and just make it worth, make it worth my own time, But in any case, I'm good though. I feel really good because of what I did. And for what it is worth, well, for what it is worth, it does mean a lot. And for whatever little victory this is, it's priceless. So with that said, I'm actually going to start working on my backlog. I've already started working on my backlog, but I'm definitely going to make more videos for my backlog, and whatever I got to finish up for this year, I'm going to finish that up. And of course, as I mentioned before, the end of the year, my end of the year project is going to be Undertale. So that probably means next thing I'm going to be working on, besides what I'm kind of working on right now, I'm just going to go back and just finish up a few games, or just basically play catch up with what I got. So yeah, for what it is worth though, it'll be worth my time and energy to do something, just to do something, just to make sure, I have what I need to do. Because every little bit helps, and I don't mind that little bit. So with that, folks, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi. And take care, God bless. Senpai's blessings to you all. And with that, Tenkai Musou.